So as the inauguration of Biden comes closer and Trump's time in office becomes narrower, he's getting desperate. He's called at minimum one state, my state, and he's basically begged our Secretary of State in a released phone call, taped and released phone call between Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, pretty sure German ancestry, to overturn the election and find votes. Here is the audio, or at least a portion of it, because it's like an hour long, and I'm not going to put you through that.
There's nothing wrong with saying that, Brad. You know, I mean, having a correct. The people of Georgia are angry, and these numbers are going to be repeated on Monday night, along with others that we're going to have by that time, which are much more substantial even. And the people of Georgia are angry. The people of the country are angry, and there's nothing wrong with saying that. You know, that you've recalculated.
Well, Mr. President, the challenge that you have is the data you have is wrong.
Now, do you think it's possible that they shredded ballots in Fulton County? Because that's what the rumor is. And also that Dominion took out machines. That Dominion is really moving fast to get rid of their machinery. Do you know anything about that? Because that's illegal.
This is Ryan, Germany. No, Dominion has not moved any machinery out of Fulton County. We're having.
Well, but have they moved? Have they moved the inner parts of the machines and replaced them with other parts?
No.
You sure, Ryan?
I'm sure.
You should want to have an accurate election. And you're a Republican.
We believe that we do have an accurate election.
No, I do. No, you don't. You don't have. Not even close. You're off by hundreds of thousands of votes. You know what they did, and you're not reporting it. That's a criminal offense. And you can't let that happen. That's a big risk to you and to Ryan, your lawyer. That's a big risk. But they are shredding ballots, in my opinion, based on what I've heard, and they are moving machinery, and they're moving it as fast as they can, both of which are criminal fines, and you can't let it happen, and you are letting it happen. I'm notifying you that you're letting it happen. So, look, all I want to do is this. I just want to find 11,780 votes, which is one more than we have, because we won the state. So tell me, Brad, what are we going to do? We won the election, and it's not fair to take away from us like this, and it's going to be very costly in many ways, and I think you have to say that you're going to re-examine it, and you can re-examine it, but re-examine it with people that want to find answers, not people that don't want to find answers. For instance, I'm hearing Ryan, he's probably, I'm sure, a great lawyer and everything, but he's making statements about those ballots that he doesn't know. But he's making them with such, he did make them with surety, but now I think he's less sure, because the answer is they all went to Biden. And that alone wins us the election by a lot. So.
Mr. President, you have people that submit information, and we have our people that submit information, and then it comes before the court, and the court then has to make a determination. We have to stand by our numbers. We believe our numbers are right.
Well, under law, you're not allowed to give faulty election results, okay? You're not allowed to do that, and that's what you've done. This is a faulty election result. And honestly, this should go very fast. You should meet tomorrow, because you have a big election coming up, and because of what you've done to the president, the people of Georgia know that this was a scam. And because of what you've done to the president, a lot of people aren't going out to vote. And a lot of Republicans are going to vote negative because they hate what you did to the president, okay? They hate it. And they're going to vote. And if you would be respected, if this thing could be straightened out before the election. You have a big election coming up on Tuesday.
See how desperate he is? He's blackmailing, he's threatening. It's like you're not reporting a crime, you're not reporting a crime. I could have you locked up or something like that. It's like appealing to partisanship. You are a Republican, you're a Republican, and then it's like, well, there's an election coming up on Tuesday, and you know how dumb Trump is. So Trump won popular vote wise 2,461,854 votes for him. And he's asking for 11,780 more votes. That would put him at 2,473,634 votes. That is one vote more than what Biden got. He really thinks that even if he finds these 11,000 whatever votes, that all of a sudden it's just going to be like, whoop, he overturned Georgia, therefore he won the election. Because first of all, there'd be a massive recount, especially if the vote is literally decided by one. No election in American history has ever been decided by one vote on that massive scale. And second, Georgia would, even if you overturn Georgia's magically, Biden would still have 290 votes. You would have 248 electoral college votes. You still got 3 other states. This guy is so desperate. He just wants to remain in power. He wants to be an authoritarian dictator. And he just had his last rally in my state today, and I hope he never comes back. God, this guy is fucking desperate. And he's wrong about the people of Georgia being mad or upset, mad about the results. While those who voted for Trump, whether it was once or twice, are upset that he lost, they're not supportive of what you're doing, of what he's doing. Maybe there's some nutcases, but most Georgians here in Georgia, most Republicans here in Georgia, accept that he lost. My own parents, who voted for Trump both 2016 and 2020, have accepted that he lost. My own father said, and I quote unquote, he's a lame duck president. Like, can you imagine George H.W. Bush, who lost to Bill Clinton in 1992, going, "Hey, Georgia, you gotta overturn this election. Bill Clinton is going to raise your taxes," which he did. You gotta find some votes. You gotta find enough votes to overturn it. He didn't, because Bush Sr., unlike Trump, wasn't a whiny, narcissistic, petulant child. He lost to Reagan, and in the primaries of 1980, and he accepted it. And he lost to he lost to Bill Clinton and accepted it. Even left him a letter wishing him luck because his success was America's success. Trump's probably, if he leaves a note, he's probably going to say, "Kiss my ass. You're an illegitimate president. I'll be back in 4 years. Stole it from me, cheater, cheater, cheater." Shit like that. Even Mike Pence asked the judge to dismiss a case made against him to not count the ballots uh, by Louis Gohmert. I don't know why Texas keeps sending Louis Gohmert back every 2 years. It's a fucking idiot. I mean, he's the guy that came up with the terror baby that people are literally sending pregnant women over here to give birth to indoctrinated terrorists or something. He's a moron. Now, I consider this an insult to my state because while it is insulting when he tries to overturn the election, especially in other states, from Pennsylvania to Arizona and the Texas v. Pennsylvania crap. I don't know if he was involved in that, but it's personally insulting to me as someone who lives in Georgia. You know, my state hasn't voted for a Democrat president since 1992, which was 9 months before I was born. You know, insert joke I've previously made in other videos. You have no right to. Hillary Clinton didn't do this. She didn't try to overturn the election, and neither should he. And hopefully, the rally he had today here in Georgia will be the last. I didn't go to Joe Biden's rally that was here because one, I don't like Joe Biden, and two, even if I did, it's in Savannah. That's 4 hours away. I'm not going to Savannah. I've been to Savannah once, and that was when I was a kid, and also it was vacation. I wasn't driving, obviously. The most I'm ever willing to drive for anyone, whether it be a woman or a politician, is 2 hours. I drove 2 hours to meet Bernie, but I'm not going to drive 2 hours. I wouldn't even drive 2 hours to see Biden. Even if I was to meet him, I wouldn't drive 2 hours. I don't like him that much. I simply voted for him because I viewed him less worse than Trump. I viewed Trump as a worse. But anyway, it's not going to do anything. This bribery, this is actually illegal. It's a felony. I can't remember what it was, but I read somewhere that this is actually a felony. Interfering, bribery, threatening. But of course, because he's the president, because he is and will be a former president. At one point, he was the president of the United States and a rich guy. The rich and powerful are never held accountable for their actions. Remember the Brock Turner? My phone stopped. But I'm happy to say that he will not be in office for long. Anyway, I got some chicken Alfredo to eat. Stay awesome, stay progressive, and may the force be with you.